God. Let's fucking go. I'll stand here all day like this, Big Flair. Look at me.
Like them guns, boy.
When my career's done, I want my statue to be this right here.
Buddy, if there was ever a statue to put up in Las Vegas for the Raiders, it'd be that right there.
With a fucking loser on my head right here. But anyways, we're live right now. Pretty Bad Sports Podcast, episode Sweet 16. How you doing? And guess what? There's more. I'm with Pick Flair, and guess what? We got special guest Teddy Brewski on the show. Not the real one, but you know.
Let's
Teddy,
go.
Teddy,
TJ
welcome back.
Maxx, Teddy Brewski is in the building.
Champion of the world on the show. Live. Welcome in, Tim.
Thank
AKA
you.
Teddy.
Thank you very much.
We had so much fun last week, we needed to have him back. And
So
we
much-
also needed to call him out on a few things, and we're going to get to that.
I told them I'd be back. I'm back.
Let's go.
He's back. Yeah, we told him, he knew he'd be back. He's back. We're live here. Also, special shout out. Oh, whoops. I'm repeating here. Special shout out to our co-host. He's out again this week because he is celebrating the life of his beautiful daughter, and that's great. We love that. So, congrats, Diesel. He will be back when he's ready to go. So that will do it. Let's hop into episode number 16, fellas.
I love the energy.
So what is this about? Week 11?
NFL Week 11. We're going to give you guys everything you need to know.
Let's do
And
it.
we might as well start with the no longer undefeated Eagles losing.
That's big.
That's big for the
Definitely
league right
big.
there. They just showed that they're a beatable football team. No pun intended.
You know what that's really big
That's
for
true.
is those 87-year-old Dolphins players that were smoking on that Eagles pack after that game, bro. Another team that was look how easy this schedule is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Not
And they
undefeated.
got caught sleeping on fucking prime time.
By the Commanders.
By the Commanders, which, I mean, a division game, if I had to pick any, it would have been the Commanders in their division. I think I probably said a million times on here, the Cowboys or the Giants are my two favorites to actually give them a loss. I mean, division game, but fucking Commanders with Heineke at the helm.
Couldn't believe it.
No Chase Young. No Chase
Six
Young.
chains, Heineke, baby. Put some fucking
Oh,
chains
man.
and respect on his name right now.
I hated the way that game ended.
Yeah, what are you talking
I
about?
hated
Them putting like the actual game or like Henneke
I just
fucking
hated-
drinking Bush Light fucking with chains all over
I
his
mean, I
neck?
hated that. I
Me
hated
too.
that too. But
Yeah.
what I really hated was the roughing the passer. I hated everything about the way that game ended like that.
Yep.
I just
kind of weak.
it was pretty weak. And then he
Just not
celebrated the
football
first down.
tough.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not football tough, man. Like,
Yo, I feel like the NFL this is a bit of a not change of subject because we're talking about it, but not to get too off script is like it's been like a pretty soft season. Like
A
I
little
feel like
soft.
there's been a lot of calls, especially this year, where it's like yikes.
I mean, they're canceling the Bills game, right? That's pretty
Oh.
soft.
Dude, that's horrible. Does anybody want to talk about that? Like, isn't that football's? You gotta. Mother Nature's a part of the game. Like,
We
I've
it
love
must
played
have
a
been
good
too
tailgate.
tough with
football
travel and
games
all
and
kinds of.
worse.
It must have been tough with like travel and all kinds of stupid shit. Like, I don't know. The ratings would have been unbelievable. The score wouldn't have been high. But if you like football and you're fucking watching 6 feet of snow in
Yeah.
Buffalo, like, come on, dude, that's fucking
If they-
fire.
You know what? If they could do it in the 70s, they could do it now.
come on, exactly my point. Come on. It's crazy.
What
And
would
the-
they
the
have, I have a
five-
question. What would they have done if it was a playoff football game? They would have just fucking let's move it
Right.
out. Let's move it to LA.
Good point. Good point.
What would they have done?
Maybe. They
That
might
would
have.
irritate me, John.
It would irritate. I mean, it already irritates me. It's not even a fucking playoff game. Like, we're talking about football. We're talking about Buffalo. It's not like this is a surprise for them. They know that they get crazy weather up in Buffalo. It happens all the time. And
Part of the
we know
game.
we know why they did it. We know why they did it, because the NFL has the same golden boy as Patty Ice, and they want to keep their boy Josh Allen in a nice, comfortable
Let's
place.
keep that boy snowy. You can't be
They
throwing
love
out
it.
there in that cold fucking snow. Come on now.
Not with a hurt fucking elbow.
Not my
no.
MVP.
No, not our boy. Not our boy.
Everybody
LeBron
tune
ain't
in.
playing
I
no
only
snow.
see 3 likes in there, and guess who's one of them? It's me. So why don't you hit that fucking thumbs up right there and give us a little bit of love, because we're live every Thursday, chopping the feet for you. Hey, how you doing? I'm muted or something. I don't know.
I was the fourth like.
So
Are we-
we got 5. We're cooking with gas right here, baby. Let's go. Light up the fucking snow blowers. We're putting this game back in Buffalo. I'm pissed off. I'm gonna call in Roger Goodell. We're gonna get him to this fucking show and
Bro,
tell him
would
that
have
we're
been
all
such an
irritated.
awesome
I
game to
agree.
watch. Would have been such an awesome game to watch. I sent a picture to Tim, Teddy. Fuck, man, I'm terrible at that. I'm horrible.
He's Teddy on this show.
He's Teddy on this show, and I'm just
Yep.
bad at that. But I sent the picture to him of one of the last times that the Browns and Bills played, long time ago, back in the 2000s. Another snow game. Jamal Lewis went off for like 300 yards or something like that, and like torched them. But it was an 8-0 game. One of those
Wow.
8-0 games that was electric.
That's
Like, just-
football.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And we're just taking that out of the game now. Now let's just send them over to Detroit.
Oh, it's a little snowy, John. Let's go play in a dome this Sunday, huh?
That's no fun.
It's fucking... Dude, seriously, what about like the fans in Buffalo that just got scummed a home game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine you
damn.
have season tickets and Roger's just like, oh,
So if you're a
Not today.
Bills fan, let me ask you a question. If you're a smart Bills fan, like not just one of these, stands that are out there just because their
Jumping
team's
off
good at
tables
running.
and
People who
fucking-
know what they're talking about football. Well, the table jumping's okay. Those are hardcore fans. Out
You
of
like that?
Buffalo. I think it's their thing, and it's
I kinda like it.
respectable because it's
That's
a
what Bills
fan
are
thing.
Buffalo.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it, is what I'm getting at.
If
but-
you were in Buffalo, like watching a game, would you
Yes.
jump into a table?
oh yeah,
Yeah, I think you would
But-
too, John.
I would rock a Patriots jersey and jump into a table.
And
I
just
would-
fucking...
So a Vikings fan did that. I saw this clip of a Vikings fan doing that last game, jumping into a table off of a trailer in a Vikings jersey, and the table didn't break. It was the most embarrassing thing
What
I've
a
ever seen.
loser.
Oh,
Guy
so-
should have fucking sold his ticket and went home.
So if you're a Bills fan and you're smart about football, like you understand the game, are you pissed because you missed and you have tickets to the game? Let's add that into there. Are you pissed because you're going to get to miss an electric game, or are you pumped because now you know that you guys probably have a way better chance of not blowing that game?
If I was going, I'd be pissed.
I feel like the Bills fans have some fucking grit. I feel like they're pissed off. I think they're down to play in the snow.
I think that if
People
I'm a
must have
Bills
already
fan,
bought
I'm
tickets,
pretty
no?
pumped. Oh yeah,
You're
Oh, yeah.
shocked.
I'd be pissed if I was one of them.
yeah, oh yeah.
Because
I
that would have
mean-
been cool, They'd be throwing snowballs out there.
It'd be sick. I'm just thinking. So I guess we have our answer then, and I probably lean towards with you guys too, just because of the electricity of the game. But I'm just thinking like there's probably a couple analytical guys that are like, no, this is good for us because we have a better chance of not
100%.
blowing another game in a row. Like, you know what I mean? It's good for their
Bunch of
record,
losers.
probably. Yeah.
Bunch of losers.
All right, cool. We have our answer. It was a good question.
It was a good question, but it
Loser.
just fucking irritated me a little bit. So, I mean, the Bills are on a little bit of a losing streak as well. You know what I mean? Josh Allen is, showing some signs of early on in his career. He's leading the league in interceptions, I believe. Is that correct?
Is that true?
Leading the league in interceptions and leading the league in turnovers with 13.
What,
Really?
fumbling it?
He has
That's
10 interceptions and 3 fumbles is what I
What a
saw.
loser. That's not my
Leading
MVP.
the league in I don't think in fumbles, but leading the league in overall turnovers and interceptions.
That's
pretty
not
bad.
good.
3 of
Dude,
them being last
he
game.
had a weak one at the end of that last
Yep.
game where he threw the interception in the end zone. I think it was the end zone, right?
Bro, what about
Dude.
the fumbling for a touchdown he
Oh,
had on
right. I
the
didn't
1 yard
think about
line?
that.
Like, I'm telling you,
How severe do you guys think his injury is?
I think his
think it's a
injury is
factor?
Probably, yeah, I definitely think it's a factor. But I think he's just going to continue to get banged up. Like the way he plays, the way they have to win at this point, to be honest, for him to just be a battering ram, that's not gonna. I don't know. We'll see if he can hold up. He's a pretty tough guy, but
you can only do so much with it's his throwing arm too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, at a
So,
certain
dude,
point,
an elbow, that's a
quarterback-
weird fucking injury,
That's
man.
tough.
Like, that's sketchy. Carl
certain
Morgan,
point
how
at
we doing?
quarterback, you are only as tough as your last injury. Like, if it is a tough ass, like if he really destroys his elbow cartilage forever, it's going to be tough for him to bounce back. Especially a guy who whips the ball like this all the time.
Relies
Like,
on a cannon of an arm. That would be good.
I forget who brought this up, but would the same thing be as a concern for Mahomes? Yeah, he just hasn't had that injury yet. But I would think the same thing if that happened to Mahomes. Is like, dude, that could be a serious career shifting injury for sure.
For anybody.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just the way they throw the ball. To me, it's like the high end of risk if you have an elbow injury is what I'm getting at. Like, I just think they whip the ball downfield. They throw it in a weird way. They have unorthodox throws. It's like that's why they're so good, but it's also why it's really risky for them to have any injuries on their throwing arm.
I mean, Phillip Rivers threw so whack for his whole career.
Is that because of an injury?
No, he just threw like that, and that's why and
threw like
Mahomes
me
could do
in
the same
fucking
thing.
flag football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I mean?
Actually, he lit it up. So, he had some great years, so that's probably a bad comparison, but mechanics, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, again, mechanics is risk, which like at the end of they could never get hurt. Mahomes could have a completely healthy career arm wise. Same thing. Allen could bounce back from this. It's just when you have that injury, especially at his age, early on in his career, like I was thinking they were just going to run right towards the surgery and hope that it helped and really take his time coming back.
I wasn't
playing
sure.
through it.
I'm curious to see what happens, like, A, the rest of this season, and then B, like, in the off season. Like, is it going to be something they try to, like, address then? I guess it'll really depend on how the season ends, but.
I mean, I think Cleveland's a team they could beat with Case Keenum.
I do too. I don't think it'd be outlandish to have him have the surgery now, start Case Keenum, and then just, you still probably make playoffs.
Yeah, they're a really good team.
I
mean, maybe he's not that banged up then. I mean, are they that stupid to put out a young elite quarterback like that?
No, but he is. I'm sure if he forces himself into the game, I could see them being.
Yeah.
If I'm the GM and he's that hurt, I would say I don't care, pal. I would override that. It's probably easy to say sitting on my fucking.
Point.
It's valid. It's valid. I just think that
I would shut him down. If he needed to be.
He's a tough, hard-nosed player, and if he's going to come to the GM and make his case, I think that a lot of people in Buffalo, including the organization, fall under the spell of
like that.
He's the golden boy, bro.
Yeah,
he's the golden boy.
He won't get hurt. What about the Buccaneers? I mean, they're are they starting to turn things around? What do you guys think? Are you buying into them as a competitor towards the end of the season?
I've really never bet against Tom Brady. I don't plan on doing it now. I don't really put anything by him.
No, I think we needed to see a game like that last game for me to have any confidence in them, to be honest with you, because they looked pretty bad the last stretch of games to start their year, and even the games before, right before that last game. I mean, they were still kind of shaky, even though we were starting to look better. But I think the biggest thing that I saw last game was that defense was starting to look dominant again, and that's how they won their Super Bowl, right? And that's how they become so dominant, because Brady's good, great game manager. He's still got a good arm. He's still got a good core around him that he can get the ball to, even if he just needs to get it in space. But that defense was dominating on their Super Bowl run, and if they get back to that level again, Brady can be even a little bit worse than the year they won that Super Bowl, and they'll still probably be a contender.
What's up with Rachaad White and Leonard Fournette? I'm looking at the stats right now. Rachaad White had 22 carries for 105 yards.
Yeah, he had a good game.
They fed him the ball, huh? I don't really see too much about Leonard Fournette.
He got hurt. He hurt his hip.
Okay.
He scored a touchdown, though, didn't he?
Okay.
Pretty sure he had a touchdown in that game. So, I mean,
he was out kind of the whole game, but...
Yeah.
He was icing that hip.
Okay.
That backfield though has been a weird type of committee the whole kind of year. I mean, I don't know. I thought Fournette was going to look much better at this point, but I'm kind of thinking now that it's just like a lot of other situations where probably just
Rashad
like
White.
last year, he's going to turn it up though. I think Fournette's going to start turning it up towards the end
He
of the
will.
year when they start to make their push.
He
And
might
I
if he's
like
healthy.
Rashad White.
Rashad
White
White
earned himself some
banging bodies.
Yeah, and
Is he gonna be a big have a big role next week? Or
yeah,
this
He
week, I
should.
should
Yeah,
say?
he should. As long as he, doesn't screw up.
Is
Even if he
Fournette
does,
is Fournette suiting up this week, or is he taking it, or is he sitting?
he'll probably suit up, I bet. But
Okay.
It looks like he's
I bet
suiting
you-
up from what I've seen.
Okay. So
I
I don't
wouldn't
know.
doubt it
That's
if
something
Tank gets more
fantasy
carries.
football owners will have to pay attention to this week. Pay close attention to that coming to. They play on Sunday, right? I think.
Mhm.
So.
Yep. Oh wait, no, they're on a bye.
Oh really?
Aren't they on a bye?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're on
Well,
a bye.
there you go. Now fucking Leonard Fournette's got time to rest up that football hip.
Tim, if you have both of them in week 12 when they come back,
12? Oh,
we
It's gonna be. Hey, it's got to be like Bill Belichick says, day
Yeah.
by day.
day by day. I have no idea.
tough play.
Neither of them, because I have neither of them.
Yeah, I have Fournette. I don't know.
I would wait to just keep reading, literally
Yeah, you got to see. I mean, hopefully you have another play, right?
day by day.
I don't hate playing Rashad White right now, though. I think that they're starting to really see what they have out of him, which is an explosive young kid.
Could be a
he's
great
got-
play,
he's got
man. Could be a
fresh
huge
legs.
boom.
And he's strong. He was banging bodies out there last week.
He had one of the mean runs, man. That
Yeah.
freaking stiff arm was bad.
Yeah, but between him and Fournette, that's a. If you're a defense, that sucks. If they're both slamming into guys like that.
I really think that's what's going to end up happening is Rashad White might have like a great couple weeks, and then when Fournette gets back to being fully healthy, he kind of takes over in either the playoff run or if they need to have a stretch of good games to get into the playoffs. I think Fournette kind of turns back into himself. He's old, and he was overweight coming into camp.
Yep.
He
You know what I mean?
still looks overweight a little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think if
he's
he
still
can get
banged.
himself healthy, he can be definitely a factor, though. You know what I mean? I think he needs help, though. He can't be the main guy running 25 times a game.
Which he right now. They got to start throwing the ball better.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Brady's still throwing 75 times a game, so I don't think any of this matters.
Godwin looked pretty good though. Hopefully he gets a little healthy.
Yeah, he had a touchdown. He's starting to come back and look like himself.
Cade Otton looking good.
Cade
Real
Otton,
good.
he does look actually pretty good.
He does. First couple weeks, I was a little bit of a non-believer. Didn't think that he was going to be as good as a lot. I mean, people were running to pick him up because, he's got Brady. He's going to get Gronk numbers. I mean, that's a little aggressive, but I like the kid, and I think he's good. He's better than I thought he was for sure.
Nope.
Kyle Rudolph basically just got beat out completely, and he's just a non-factor now. Which I thought Kyle Rudolph was going to have a pretty damn good year with Gronk not playing on the Bucs. I thought that left a pretty good void for someone like him.
Watch him come in playoff time.
He could, and dude, that's what these teams are starting to get really good at doing. We were just talking about this, right? Not playing your players that are really important come playoffs for a lot of the year, and it pisses off the fantasy managers.
Yeah.
Like, so me and Teddy were talking about this, Patty Ice. We think that the Chiefs are kind of doing that with Clyde Edwards-Helaire right now. He's
Sitting them out?
He got on the field 2 snaps last game, was it, Teddy? 2 snaps?
4 snaps.
How did
Yeah,
Pacheco do? Did he do anything?
He had 2 targets.
No,
and 4
Pacheco ran the ball like 12 times. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire got on for 4 snaps
He
and
barely
had
played.
2 targets. Yeah, he didn't really play. And this has kind of been the trend for him
Maybe
over
he
the
has
last
a nagging
5 or 6
injury
weeks.
potentially that nobody knows about.
It doesn't make sense to
Could
me.
be.
The only thing that would make sense is if they're doing what the Bucs did with Fournette, what a lot of teams are doing with their, good running backs, is saving them, making sure they don't get too much of a workload until like playoffs. And you know what that reminds me of, boys? The fucking NBA, and I hate it.
Do you think the Patriots will do that at all with Stevenson?
Yeah,
You think they'll
100%.
get Damian
I
Harris
think
involved
they're
more?
already doing it with Damian Harris.
Sucks.
I think,
Damian Harris had a great year last year.
It might be
I-
going the other way. It might be going the
Exactly.
other way. So Damian Harris might be our playoff guy. Get them both
Imagine.
involved. It definitely
Wouldn't-
could be, dude. It could be.
I like Damian Harris. I think he seems to
He's a
be.
good
He
running
looks
back.
like a great teammate on the Patriots. He's always positive, and he is a really good
fits.
running back. So I hope that we do get him hot towards the end of the season here, heading into the playoffs.
He figured it out the Patriot way.
Yeah, yeah. If the Patriots can make the playoffs, like in run the ball effectively with two running backs, you never know. Maybe they could snipe out a good team.
They're gonna run the ball, and they're gonna run the ball well because they have done that
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
years and years.
yeah. I think they're probably just gonna run into that game where they have to score points, and that's
Yeah,
where I don't
exactly.
know if they're
And then
gonna
we'll
be able
see.
to keep up.
Your guess is as good as mine when it comes to that.
There's teams they can beat. I think they could make it like as far as even the AFC Championship if they get a schedule that's good enough against teams that they can run and ground and pound on. But I just think there's at least 2 or 3 teams that they just don't have a chance against. Which
Yeah,
I don't like.
yeah, I
Like
would
they're not.
probably
I don't
agree
think
with
they're
that.
beating the Chiefs at all. I
No.
don't think there's any
No,
chance.
I
to
don't
beat
think
the
the
Chiefs.
I don't think the Bills
Eagles.
either.
I don't think the Bills. I mean, if it's Case
I don't even
Keenum,
think.
I still
Yeah,
don't
it's
even
Case
know.
Keenum, maybe,
I
but
don't
if
think
it's
we can
Josh
beat
Allen
Miami.
even hurt, I think they smoke us.
I don't think we can beat Miami.
Oh, I
I
don't think we
could
can
beat
probably
Miami,
hang
and
with
I
them
don't
either.
think. I think that we have a semi chance against the Ravens, but even them, like that's 4 teams now that are almost guaranteed playoff spots that we can't beat.
We'll see with the Jets this week.
I think we got the Jets number.
I do too. I'm hoping we kill them though.
It's just Zach Wilson for
That would
me.
be
Like
nice.
I'm scared to play Garrett Wilson this week. I'm scared to
Oh,
play
Morgan,
him.
great kid. Thanks, buddy.
Great hair as always.
Why
Why don't you just kiss him? No, I'm scared to play Garrett Wilson this week, and I was asking Teddy Brewski for some advice on this because I know he
Garrett
thinks he's a must
Wilson?
start.
I wouldn't fucking play him,
Faith,
buddy.
brother.
He
next
torched the Patriots last time. It was
He's next
No,
up.
that kid. That kid.
Elijah Moore with me.
Special.
No shit.
What?
I don't know. I just don't think he's a good fantasy football factor right yet.
Who's
Yet.
who, Garrett Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah, no, he is.
I don't think
I
so.
mean,
I
he
wouldn't play him
scored-
yet, depending on my roster.
His air yardage last week was like top 5, I think.
Ooh. And he torched. Oh, what we got? Pat?
Was it last week?
We had a break in. No, weren't they out last? No, it was a bye week last week, right?
Oh, was
Jets
it?
and Jets and Patriots were both on a bye,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, the week before
I think
that.
so.
I think.
So he torched the Patriots. I know that.
Yeah,
So
he did. He did.
It's if it happens again, the one thing that I was weary about is that Bill doesn't like to let the same thing happen twice. But
I don't know if he can stop it.
he torched. Well, this is the other thing is that why wouldn't he want to let it happen twice? Because he torched us and we rolled. If all they can do is throw the ball to Garrett Wilson, I mean, we rolled him.
This
All
Maybe
is
he's
the
why.
okay
thinks
with
that
it.
I look like an older version of Zach Wilson.
There's an older version.
I think I look fucking 21, so I don't know.
I was gonna say, where are you getting that from?
I don't know about that one, Morgan.
Man's got
But,
21 facial hairs in total.
Yeah, but he's out there banging moms and stuff. He's
Zach
doing
Wilson's having a good time.
He's having a year
He's
on
having
and
a
off
real
the
good
field.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So real quick, guys, because this game's about to start soon, we might as well get our predictions in for who we think's gonna win. I took Tennessee in my pick'em league because they're getting 3 points, and I just
What's the
think that
spread on
there's-
this game? Does anybody know? Oh, you said 3 points?
in my pick'em league, which closes on Thursdays, and it's also Yahoo. So the Yahoo spread is 3. Tennessee
Okay.
getting 3,
Let me look it up.
which I can more likely see Derrick Henry rolling over Green Bay, especially with Rashawn Gary out. That's a big loss for them in the front. More than I can see Aaron Rodgers, as much as I'd
Still
love to see
minus
Christian
3.
Watson go out. Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see it being as possible, even though Tennessee's been pretty bad against wide receivers this year, and I think you should start Christian Watson personally, but I don't think it's enough to beat him, and I think that Derrick Henry with Rashawn Gary out is going to probably roll right over Green Bay, even in
Yeah.
Lambeau.
I think Green Bay is going to have to throw.
Which
is-
it's just like,
isn't-
can they?
I mean, last week they finally were showing some sparks in the air, but it was all Christian Watson. So he's gonna have to do it again, I think, if they do it, or
Yeah,
like
Cobb's
maybe
put-
Lazard. Yeah, wait, did you say Cobb's back?
Cobb's back.
Oh, is he? Okay, all right. Shit, can I still sit Christian Watson? No, I'm just kidding.
And
No,
I just think Rogers going to have to throw.
yeah,
And Rogers just he makes things happen. Could be some garbage time points in this one, I think.
He's
Yeah.
frustrated though.
Yeah. The whole team's frustrated. They're not winning, but they had a big win
You guys
against
think-
Mike McCarthy last week. That's a huge win for especially Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it
Off
is. He
Aaron
stinks
Rodgers.
though. I don't like McCarthy.
No, I hate
Yeah, he does stink.
Horrible.
Yeah, terrible. Not a fan.
Horrible. What'd
Not
you
a
guys
fan.
think about Justin Jefferson's catch?
Just-
Was it better than
Absolute-
Odell's? Is this the best catch
No.
ever?
in my opinion,
Go ahead.
it's not in the same category. To be fair, because it's a great catch. The reason it's not in the same category is because the defender kind of had almost equally a hand on it coming down. Jefferson wrestled it away, kept the ball in the air and in possession, which was incredible. We've seen catches like that, but it's not in the same category just on pure skill,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I
That's a
agree
good
with
point.
you, Teddy.
That's a
I
good
agree
point.
with you. I think that
Odell's
If-
number one. That number
There's
one
no-
catch.
yeah, there's no catch in my opinion in the NFL that has ever really been in the same category as the Odell catch. And also brought this up earlier, just as a side note, the best catch of any ball of all time on the planet Earth, Odell Beckham had at LSU, and it was a kickoff. It wasn't even a pass. This man stood at the back of the end zone. Go look it up on YouTube, everybody. Stood at the back of the end zone, didn't even look at the ball. Kickoff was going out of the end zone, and he just went, give me that. One-handed, just snagged the tip of the ball and put it down. Like, it was
a
the most.
fucking Nerf ball.
This
Yeah,
man
but-
has the best catch of all time of any ball, and he has the best NFL catch of all time. It was just freakish the way he was able to stay in bounds. There was a clear pass interference. I mean, the touchdown part was an added bonus, but I don't think it matters to me. And like the way that catch was so freakish. And I agree with your point, Eddie. I think that the defender was a big part in making that catch happen.
Yeah.
Not to say he might not have caught it without it, but would it have been as impressive without snagging out of the defender's hand? No, it wouldn't have been. It would have just been a really good one-handed Justin Jefferson catch. So
Yep.
I'm with you. I
Agreed.
still think it's one of the better catches of all time, just not a top catch. Probably not in my top three. I thought about it pretty hard today.
Top
Maybe
three.
breaks.
What
to
would be
five.
your other catches?
Oh, for NFL
Pickens, that was a
only.
good one.
Yeah, Pickens one this
George
year was
Pickens
actually
this
pretty
year.
good. That one
I'm
was
gonna
good.
ask the community.
DeAndre Hopkins a couple years ago on a catch
Yeah.
that didn't count. That
That
was
was
one of.
crazy.
I mean, dude, that was one. Just like OBJ's kickoff one, where like the ball was caught in a way that I didn't think would even be possible. The way that he caught it, like it was. Hopkins is a freak.
Hopkins has done that so many times. It's almost like I'm numb to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
he's
He's a
fun.
freak. I mean, the one on the what was his first week back or second week back, just boom, nice and
Where
easy.
would you guys rank Randy Moss's catch over Revis when he just fucking
Up
one
there.
hit? That one was like pretty easy for him though. It looked like.
That's. I
That's
mean,
what-
it's,
that's-
yeah.
It's not even his best catch. It's a great catch, but
That's what I was gonna
He's got-
say.
he's got
It's
some
up there.
catches that are crazy
Right.
though. Calvin Johnson has some.
Yep.
Oh, dude, yeah. Calvin
Where does-
Johnson, the one
where
that he
does-
caught over 4 people in the end zone on like a Hail Mary. I mean, that was one of the best contested catches I've ever seen. That was
Where does
freakish.
Edelman's catch rank for you guys? The one that he had in the Super Bowl.
Same
Oh.
thing. I mean, the concentration's very impressive. Edelman, we've seen it a million times with him, but it was kind of
It was a
luck.
freak play.
it was a little bit luck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very quick to like discredit when you see like these clips out there of what an amazing catch, and it's like a kid who it bobbles off someone's head and then off his shoulder, and then he rolls over, it goes through his legs and just lands in his arm. And I'm like, realistically, that's not that great of a catch. It just
No, but
fucking
it's still
happened.
cool. Those are
It's
cool to
cool.
watch.
It's great.
Though.
Everyone loves to see
Very
it.
cool
Yeah.
catch. I just get very nitpicky about people saying like, "What an amazing catch," and I'm like, it was luck. That was completely luck. Like, hey, concentration though is a good thing. I'm glad you said that, Teddy, because I don't think there was a better concentration catch than Edelman. I think I put that at the top.
That's top level.
That was
Yeah.
wild.
There was
Especially
one
in a
Joe
fucking Super Bowl
Jaravicious.
too.
That situation, unreal.
Let me throw it back to the early 2000s one more time before I like grow a fucking gray beard. But Joe Jaravicious catch back in the day for the Buccaneers, I think it was a out route on like the 5. He jumped up, tried to one-hand it like what would be an OBJ catch, tipped off his hand and started falling in the end zone. He did a 360 around the defender and caught it like this and then fell. I'd put that up there as a concentration top 3 catch too. Just wanted to mention it. Fucking played off in my head.
Let's go. Throwback.
I have a question for you guys. What's good with Deshaun Watson? Do you guys expect him to play to the level he's played in his career, or do you think that
More or
what do you
less.
expect from him coming back at this kind of situation?
It's tough to say. It depends on how he does right off the bat.
Yep.
Like if the chemistry with Cooper's good, they're probably still gonna run the ball a lot, dump offs.
Which will
but-
be good for him to get
which will be
heated up,
good,
right?
But it depends. They got to win. He plays good.
Yeah.
It's not going to take long for that groove to kick in, and he'll just run with it. But if it goes bad in the beginning, I could see maybe that falling apart. Guy's been through a lot.
Especially
Would be
because he's playing
pretty
Houston
surprised
in his
if it
first
went
game.
bad.
He's playing Houston, so if they're smart, they don't try to get him going. They just run the damn ball because Houston is they're the worst team against the run right now. So that's his first game coming back. You might as well just run the option with him at most in the early parts of the game.
And then
But
just
I could
take
see,
shots.
dude, they're the Browns though. They could come out and try to throw deep to Amari Cooper. It could be a pick, and then it could just get ugly from there. You know what I mean? Like,
Is
think
it
he's
bad
gonna
that I
do
kind
good.
of hope that happens?
No, it's not bad.
it's the Browns. Everyone loves seeing the Browns do bad.
The Browns are the Browns.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Well, I'm rocking the sweatshirt too, so let me ask, what's good in Raider Nation? Is Josh McDaniels safe? I believe he's safe for one more year. Is my
He's
prediction.
safe because of the money situation, right? Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
can't
like-
afford to pay somebody else while
Another
they're
head
paying
coach.
him. So
He's safe because
for
of how
a
much
year.
money they paid Gruden too, because they're still on the hook for that shit.
So this
aren't
is a
they?
situation where you get grandfathered in, basically.
He's good for another year.
He's grandfathered in.
I don't
He's
know
got
what's up.
contract privilege. We'll call it that.
Okay.
It got real silent.
They
Okay.
suck.
Yeah, they're terrible.
The community said 100% of our community said the OBJ catch is better than Justin Jefferson.
Let's go.
I'm glad we have a smart community out there.
You guys did great selling that pen right there. That was good shit.
Carl must have not voted.
Why, you think he would have went with Jefferson?
Who's this? Christian Watson is not repeating. 3
that is
touchdowns.
That's my boy K. I don't think he's repeating either, but I think he could have a pretty good night.
Yeah.
How can you
Touchdown-
repeat
would
a
you go
3 touchdown
over or
catch?
under for half a touchdown? So, in other words, do you think he'll score one or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think he does. I think he scores
Okay.
a touchdown.
So I'm going to say no, because guess what? You want to know what happened the last time I took one of your picks, Teddy? I lost the mortgage on my house.
Hey, I guarantee it.
You guarantee it. Oh, I love that. So honestly, to our viewers, not financial advice, but hey, we like to hear that. And guess what? We're betting the other way.
1,000,000%.
Just kidding. Teddy's got a chance to redeem himself. Will Watson get himself in the end zone tonight? Find out during Thursday Night Football.
I'm 1,000,000% riding with my boy Teddy. Let's go, Christian.
Let's go.
He's getting 6 tonight?
He's getting 6.
Okay.
I think he has a pretty damn good night, but like
He's
I mean,
different.
I get it, dude.
He's
like, there's
different.
no way.
If-
Who's that?
Is the game on?
Traylon Burks just had
Pick
a
Flair,
big
what
catch.
channel is the
Wait,
game on?
really?
Traylon Burks just had like
Amazon
a 40-yard
Prime.
catch. Amazon.
Dude, it's on Amazon Prime. I tell you every week, kid. Stop asking on there. You ask every week, buddy. Every week. It's Amazon Prime. It's
Yeah, Treylon Burks just had like a 50-yard catch right over the middle, over the
to
top.
start the game.
I think it was their second set of downs. But yeah, it was pretty damn good. I picked up Treylon Burks in a couple leagues, man. I still like him as a player, and I don't think Robert Woods is working out right now. So
He's a rookie.
Yep.
hey, he's a rookie.
So this is a question for fantasy football. Anybody that's into fantasy football, would you guys start at this point in the season Justin Fields or Lamar Jackson for fantasy football? We're not talking about to be your quarterback in the
Let's
NFL.
bring up.
We are talking
going forward.
moving forward. Yeah, week to week right now. Kind of.
Let's talk. Let's just talk this week first because we want to talk the matchups too. Because I think this week is a really interesting one, and also the reason I'm asking is I'm having to deal with it right now.
Okay.
Lamar is playing Carolina, and Justin Fields is playing Atlanta.
Oh.
Both terrible teams.
What a chance for Lamar to get back on track though.
Yep. So
like he's got to be due for a good game, right?
We're gonna bring in the fan vote here. 65% of our million fans that voted on this.
So a lot of people.
A lot of people. It was 1.bajillion million voted on my poll on Pick Flair.
And it doesn't finish on his phone because there's so many people voting.
Bajillion million?
Bajillion million, yeah. Bajillion million.
That's not real.
No, it is.
A bajillion?
Yeah, it's a number.
Really?
Yeah.
I can
You're not a big Google guy, but go ahead and
it's
check it out.
2022. I can make up my own numerical system right now, and you have to respect it.
You don't have a quadrillion, though.
No, I never claimed to have a quadrillion. So Carl said Lamar all day because Andrews is back. That's probably, a great point. The fans, 65% of them voted for Lamar, and I'm voting Lamar too because of the floor. I just think that
he's a better quarterback.
He's a better quarterback. I mean, Fields is explosive. He's having a good stretch of games. I think that we could be wrong, but I'd rather be wrong picking the right guy. And I think Lamar's the right guy.
Yeah.
And
you little squirrel, you're afraid.
Let's see. Yeah, whatever, buddy. How picked Fields? Tommy out there picked Fields, my boy Tommy. Nick Scarelli, shout out you, buddy. Never met you.
I know Fields. Scarelli.
You know Scarelli?
Yep.
Scarelli. Who did he pick Fields? He picked Fields.
Nice. Shout out to Scarelli, stud flag football player.
Dustin Tibble, he picked Fields. Tordai picked Fields, and Patty Ice picked Fields too.
And holy shit, I didn't even remember. So now I'm gonna have to sell you this pen. I think he's having one of those fantasy football stretches right now, dude. I mean, it's just fucking guys playing hot, and he's got a good matchup. So I don't know, man.
I do hate it. I only hate it because
you
it's
hate
Lamar.
Say it. You fucking hate it. Say it to my face,
I hate it
Come
only because it's Lamar.
Yeah,
Lamar, Allen, Mahomes. Hurts,
okay,
right? Those are the only
Flair,
ones.
you have Lamar. When was the last time he scored 25 points in your fantasy football league?
I know it's been it's
25 points. That's like Kirk Cousins is doing that. Taylor Heineke's doing that.
Is Heineke actually doing that?
Tyler Heineke.
Is he?
I'd like to remind you what
his name, dude. And he had fucking 21 points. You idiot.
The first 3 weeks he had what?
Who?
Like Lamar.
Yeah, he was doing really well. And then he's been
what was Fields doing in the first 3 weeks?
He's been average since. He's basically fucking, he's right there with Russell Wilson.
So it sounds like all I'm saying is it sounds like a little recency bias.
He's not right there with Russell Wilson. That's aggressive.
I was waiting for you guys' reaction, but no one wanted the.
His last 3 games, he had 17.5, 21.5, and then 10 against Cleveland when they just didn't do anything.
Cleveland, dude. Oh.
Yeah, but he started out 22, 42, and 40 in the first 3. So realistically, he's probably still got more points than Fields right now.
Hey, John, you want to know what people do? We live in the now, John. And
Oh,
right now
boy.
he's
I mean,
playing
Do
great
that at your own
football.
peril.
He's not playing great football, but he is due.
He's
So
playing-
maybe I'll eat my words, but I'm riding the fucking.
Dude, he's playing great football. What are
He
you talking
really
about?
is playing great football right now.
We're talking fantasy football.
We're talking. No, okay,
He's not playing
I
great
agree.
fantasy football. Okay.
He's not. He's
Okay.
not.
This question was specifically fantasy football.
You're right. No, that's true.
I'm just making sure your statement was correct. That's all.
As I said that in the beginning of the take, I said we're not talking about starting in a game or who your quarterback would be moving
Okay.
forward. I
Okay.
said that.
Okay.
It's fantasy
Okay.
football, Johnny. Okay. Okay. I'm going with Fields. I'm going with Fields. That's my final answer.
I love it, dude. We needed someone to go
I
Fields
like
because
it.
again,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a terrible move. I
No,
think
it's
if you
not.
have both of those
It's
guys on your
bold,
team,
If
You
you
must
do
be a
both
really
and you
smart guy.
start Fields, oh gosh,
It's
that's
bold.
actually scary. Like, yeah, it's bold. It's bold
Yeah.
because you drafted Lamar Jackson for a reason.
but also
And
if you
he's
have
still
both
that-
on your team right now, you just must be amazing at fantasy football. I don't know.
Oh,
Must be
shit.
like really fucking smart.
Oh, really? Because the person you're talking about, I'm ahead of
league.
you in the standings, John, and
Yeah,
I'm also
yeah,
the
it's not-
defending champion in
Not
your
the same
league.
league. Not the same league.
Okay, well, whatever.
Not the same league.
I think I have Lamar in that league actually.
What was
How
what?
about
Yeah,
Ryan
you do.
Tannehill
You do.
just marching
So-
down the field?
Bro,
Huh?
Dontrell Hilliard for a touchdown. Doesn't that piss off everyone who has Derrick Henry more than anything in the world?
I have a
Dontrell
question for
Hilliard
both of you
scores a
guys.
touchdown.
If you were at Lambeau Field, would you wear cheese on your head?
No.
Nick Flair, I think you would. I think
I
you
might.
would, buddy. I think
I
you'd
might.
wear that block of cheese on your head.
Right after Rocket.
I
don't
think
know, that
you
looks
would.
kind of fire.
I
I
couldn't do
can't.
it.
That's bad for my brand.
Yeah.
You couldn't afford to take a fucking screenshot
really
with a
couldn't.
fucking picture of cheese on your head.
No.
Yeah, I can't really fucking blame you there.
I don't know, dude. That cheddar. I love it.
You kind of do like it, huh?
Oh yeah.
You love
Big-
you're about tradition.
Oh yeah.
You,
Yeah, see,
you
like
sit-
stuff
you
like
sit in
that.
the
That's what
bleachers
I'm
and-
getting at.
Yeah, you like the bleachers and the whole tradition. You like that scam artist Brett Favre, and you just like jumping into the crowd after
I
a
didn't-
touchdown.
I do not support Brett Favre in any way.
Oh
Are you
shit! I
promoting
was only kidding. Sorry, you.
I denounce all forms of hatred and I support all walks of life.
We're gonna get shut down, guys. What is this on?
Sorry, YouTube. We're just kidding around.
I didn't say anything.
This game's gonna be all Titans.
Well, I mean, we'll see right now. He's dude, 146.7 rating last week for Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdowns, 200 plus yards. Finally
He's
looking. He only had to throw
he's
the ball
another
20
one of
times
those
too.
guys.
Which is crazy with the supporting cast
And-
he has right now.
Yeah, well, you know what? People are saying that Brady's back after what he did last week, but people are hating on my boy
Let's give
A-Rod.
Brady
Even though he did the
left.
same
He's
thing.
not even trying.
Let's give Rodgers a chance.
Brady never left. He's not even trying. He's not
He
even
looked
trying.
pretty. He looked pretty bad.
Brady?
Yeah, he looked pretty bad
He's
for a while.
fine. But what do you think he's gonna do in the playoffs? Do you think he's just gonna roll
I'm not
over like a
worried,
little girl? I think
No,
he's gonna
no.
light it
No,
up.
I don't.
I'm not worried about either of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, me
I
either.
mean, dude, realistically, Green Bay's still only 4-6. It's not like they're 2-8. Like they'll be okay. As
Yeah.
long as they can turn it around a little bit. I mean, this is what a lot of people said was going to happen is that they needed time to get the receivers to mesh, and it's taken longer than they wanted. That's for damn sure. But
Yep.
you're still talking about Brady and Aaron Rodgers, and you're talking about a Green Bay team that still has weapons.
Did we talk
game's
about
going
Taylor
exactly how I
Heineke?
thought.
Heineke?
We didn't really. I mean, you
Heineke?
mentioned Heineke for a second.
I hate
we mentioned the
that
game
guy.
for a second. Yeah.
He's the starter for the Commanders moving forward.
He sucks.
Did they announce that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I believe Rob Time said that.
Wow.
Yep. Which
Really?
I
Like,
trust
over
his
when?
source. Okay, you guys' reactions not making me that confident.
Oh,
but,
just this week, Rob said. Just this
Okay.
week.
okay.
So I mean, dude, either way, that's still shocking to me. Unless it's because of a Carson Wentz setback, they invested a lot into getting that guy over there for them to just move on.
I don't know why. I think
Heineke.
he stinks.
I think he stinks too. But it's kind of, I mean, to be real, it's almost the same situation as Matty Ice over in freaking Indy. I was surprised that they benched him that quick, and look how well that worked. They got him
I
right
don't
back.
think they should have benched him.
He's clearly better than Ellinger.
Elling.
Dude,
I mean, I don't
unbelievable.
understand. They have an absolute drug
Unbelievable.
addict for no order.
Like that's a
What's his name?
clear-cut-
Fucking.
Ursay.
They got
Huh.
Jeffy Sunday.
Do either of you guys watch Hard Knocks?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
They got the live one of the Cardinals, right? The in season.
Oh, I haven't tuned into that yet.
Me either, but that is pretty cool. They did that last year with the Colts for the first time.
True.
It's an interesting one with how weird their season's going right now. I think I would watch that.
Yeah, they have I always see clips of them having like drama in their fucking sideline and shit while they're playing.
You know what we got to get into real quick? The other polls that I did, because there were two more, and we already talked about one. So let's just see what the audience said about the Buccaneers doing enough in Germany to convince us that they're back to being a top contender. You know what's funny, boys?
What?
60% of the 1 point bajillion said no.
Really?
60% said no. 40% said yes.
Huh.
And someone who said no is in our chat room right now. Carl, defend yourself.
Wow.
Interesting.
Carl. Good to see you.
You know, it's funny. Rossetti said yes. Total Brady fan there. Total.
Yeah,
Brady
he loves
fan.
Brady.
He would do
Brady's
anything
fan.
for Brady.
Rossetti would be
Hey.
a great guest on here.
Kay in the chat said no as well. Defend yourself. Yeah. Turk, how? All of them said no, buddy. I don't know. So that's one word. Hey, 60% of people don't believe in them. I think that's just because of how bad they looked for a while. But I think us people that know about Brady and that defense, I think they're going to be okay.
We'll be all right.
I think a big factor of it, honestly, is how shitty the NFC is this year. To be honest with you, I don't think there's much competition other than the
There's
Eagles
not.
over there. So if there was more competition, like we just saw, one of their biggest competition was the Seahawks,
Mhm.
and they just got
Yeah.
pretty much rolled on. I mean, they came back a little bit at the end of the game, but I don't know. I don't think I saw enough out of that game to think that they were actually going to compete with them in a playoff game. I don't think so.
Carolina whooped them.
Yeah, it's true. That's
Carolina.
true.
So is that
the
a team
last
that's
poll-
not gonna throw in the white flag?
They're gonna.
Yeah.
They've been the same team for years.
They're gonna suck for the rest of this year.
They're putting
Yeah.
Baker back in, so they're clearly not tanking. They got Baker back in the lineup. He's about to start.
I hope he does well.
Thanks,
but
but he's got CTE from slamming his head off the helmets last week. Did you guys see that clip?
who
Yep,
was
I
that?
did. Baker was
Baker
headbutting
Mayfield
people
was
without his
fucking
helmet
fired
on.
up. Yeah, no helmet on.
All right.
He's just fucking fired up. Boom to his lineman's
I'll take
fucking.
that from him.
You like that? You
I
like
mean,
that?
It's better. It's better than what I've seen so far.
Would you honestly? Baker Mayfield would probably get me fucking ready to run through a wall.
I like Baker as a competitor.
he probably would.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Back in the Oklahoma days, fucking.
Yeah, yeah. He gets awfully fucking competitive.
He's
Oh
him.
yeah.
He's like me in
All right.
flag football.
Last poll before I forget about it, because this is actually a really interesting one that we can talk about. So obviously San Fran just added CMC. We saw him in a game without Elijah Mitchell. He looked absolutely fucking Booby Miles-esque. Elijah Mitchell came back last week. A lot of people were like, dude, he's done. His job's over. And he still held down a good amount of snaps, and he looked good. And he ended with, like, I mean, if we're talking fantasy, close to 10 points. So what I asked was, is he still a good flex play? In certain weeks is really what I meant. Just didn't want to ramble on. But is he still a good flex play when you have to put a player in there? 57% out of the 1 point bajillion said yes.
He is.
1 point bajillion. What about the other gazillion?
The other one said no.
Okay.
Those are the only. I didn't give him another option.
It was
We're
just
pretty
yes or
cut and
no.
dry here. Oh yeah. We're pretty cut and dry here.
Okay.
Pretty bad sport podcast. Howe said no. Rossetti said no. Scarelli said yes. Kay said
They all
yes.
own Christian McCaffrey.
Carl said yes.
Every
and
single one
Turk
of
said yes. It's funny because Carl actually does. I know that for a fact.
What?
I know that.
They
He
don't want
owns
him to be.
CMC. Yeah, they don't
They
want
don't
him to
want
be.
him to be because they want Christian McCaffrey to score 40 points. But in reality, he's going to score 20.
Yeah.
And that's
And I
all
think
right.
Shanahan is very smart
Anybody
for
in the
being
chat
doing
have
that.
any questions for the boys? Any takes? Any hot takes in the comments? Let's get them fired up before we wrap this episode up. But we're more than welcome to have some hot takes. Ask us any questions. We are here chilling, watching some Thursday night football.
7-0 game right now. Still looking all right. Green Bay just got the ball back.
Yeah, that was
Let's
good.
see it.
D by
They
Green Bay.
made the Titans punt.
They made a punt.
Nice.
They made a punt. We're going to see some Watson, bro. Come on.
You guys need that touchdown because guess what? You fucking
I'm down
last week.
bad. I need
Yeah.
a Watson touchdown.
Hollywood
What do you do
Brown
for
is
the
coming
viewers,
back.
too?
Good
The-
shit, Rob. That is important. Hollywood
Teddy,
Brown
if you
coming
go
back.
0 for 2 in touchdown takes,
That's just not good.
it's not
That's
great.
That's just bad for my brand, like wearing a cheese hat.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go 0 for 5, if you get 5 wrong without, getting one right, you
Not a
might have
dub?
to fucking wear a cheese hat or something like that.
We bring him on the show with a cheese head.
5?
Yeah.
Full face
Is
reveal, or
that
we get you
fair?
a
Like,
ski
where's
mask.
your confidence at? What would be the number for you to accept
said-
that challenge?
I think 5.
Wow, dude.
5 in a row.
Holy shit. There's pressure
All right.
there. There's pressure
That's a
there.
lot of pressure.
Need a
But
Watson one tonight.
I get these right.
And dude,
I'm-
we'll keep it. We'll make it so it's still cool for you. Like I know you don't like to be on camera, but you can wear a ski mask in the cheese head. We'll keep it kosher.
Yeah, exactly. We'll respect that. You know what I mean?
I can't have my face out there. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Not in a
that's
not in a cheese hat though.
no,
not
there's
in a
no
cheese-
way. There's no way they've ever seen your
a
face.
bet's a bet.
Yeah,
It's-
absolutely.
it's-
Carl Morgan wants to know what the rankings are at, like our top 10.
Power rankings.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a great question. We might have to tease that, and you might have to tune into the next episode for that one, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, buddy. Sorry, you knew the script. You knew it wasn't on there.
No, I'm just kidding. We could give like our top team or something if you want. Or
One
top 2, top 3, maybe. Won't be too long.
power rankings.
I want to go through them
return
all right now
next
because that's going to be
week.
on our next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next
power
week,
rankings are returning
back.
next week.
You want to know?
Should we give them
out.
away or what do we do? Morgan says
Okay.
it's whack. He's pissed off and unsubscribing. Should we fucking talk
wanna
about
hear
it or?
I don't know if I'll be.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do. Let's
Yeah,
do
let's give-
Teddy's.
Let's
do
give
Teddy's.
Teddy's. I love that Teddy. Come on.
All right. Your power rankings. I mean, I don't have anything written down.
No,
Okay.
this is right off the
Full
dome.
freestyle
my
off the
head.
dome. Blow some smoke into the mic first.
No.
All right. Eagles. It's got to be Eagles 1 for me right now.
Okay, still Eagles.
Chiefs,
Okay.
Jeez.
Bills,
Those.
Ravens.
You love the Ravens.
I mean, bro, I got him in my top 5 too.
Ravens 4. Yeah. I got
Okay.
Ravens 4. Let me think about this for a minute because
Okay,
fifth.
take your time,
Top the
Morgan. I
top
want you to
five,
drop your top 5. If you're asking, you need to drop your top 5 in the comments, Morgan.
Hey, you can't say it's whack and not be about it. If you want to
You-
fuck around, you got to
come on.
find out.
Fuck around and find out, Morgan. Piss me off.
I got to go Dolphins 5.
I like
I
that.
like that.
That's
I
two-
love
that's
me some
Two
fucking Dolphins.
AFC East teams in the top 5.
I'm gonna get a
Mind you.
Dolphin shirt. How bad is that? As a Patriot fan, is it like, can I wear a Dolphin shirt?
Ooh. Well, it's Southern New England, so I think you're okay.
It's Southern New England, and I've been on the Dolphins all year. Even you guys gave me shit. I was riding with them with Teddy Bridgewater.
That was a little different, buddy.
That was a bad take,
It
huh?
was a bad take.
It sucks that we had to erase that take and it's gone forever.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no.
I screen recorded it
took
before
that.
you deleted it. Yeah, sure. I went in. I knew what you were trying to do.
I mean,
Yeah,
gotta
that was a
be
cold take.
Vikings 6.
I honestly have the Vikings.
Vikings gonna be in your 5.
I have Vikings
They-
at 5.
Vikings could easily be 5.
Rob time.
Raw
Chiefs,
time. I like
Vikings,
that.
Eagles,
Giants?
Giants, Dolphins.
Robbie, come on. The Giants are off
I
time?
think the Giants are like 8. They're in the top 10.
Oh,
They're in my top 10 still.
Dude,
Still
they're
in my
7
top
and
10.
2.
yes.
Yeah, they haven't.
They
They
have
haven't.
to be. They have to be.
They have to be in the top 10.
He followed up saying 7-2.
Said 7-2, you fucking idiots.
I can hear Rob say 7-2. You got to
I'm-
take. You got to put him there. 7-2.
I'm putting the Cowboys in the top 10 too, and the Buccaneers. I
Okay.
don't know what order, but
Well,
Yeah,
we're gonna.
that- yeah, you
this is
got-
gonna be a
that
tough one for me
requires-
now.
5 through 10 is hard. You can't. It's like you almost can't. Like you got to take some time thinking about those ones.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one this week because it's been a while since we did them too. So there's gonna be a lot of changes. I like bringing it back. Who's that? Randall Cobb.
Your
goddamn
boy
it.
Gallant says, "Get that finger better." I'm trying, buddy. It's
Yeah,
feeling
well,
all right. I think it's a little naturally.
Carl said Eagles,
That's all I got
Chiefs,
left. We're good.
Bills, Vikings, Ravens. I like that, Carl. I think that's actually
Gucci.
pretty good. That's pretty good, bud.
I like that too.
Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, Vikings, Ravens. I mean, dude, to be honest, that's
yeah.
I think I like that. I think that's pretty.
What, Rob times?
No, Carl's Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, Viking, Ravens. I probably
Oh, there
have
it is.
Ravens a little higher, but I don't know. I'm gonna think about it, and I like Carl's probably.
I like
So
that
you're with
one.
me, bro. So you're with me.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I'm not looking at it, but that's pretty much exactly where I'm at. Is where Teddy said it. I'm gonna have to think about it though. This is tough now at this point of the season, especially with the Eagles getting an L. I don't think I'm taking them out of a 1. I don't think there's any chance I do, but it does shake things up a little bit.
Yep.
Bunch of 6-3 and 5-4. I mean, dude, every single AFC East team is in the playoffs right now. Isn't that true?
Dude,
All the way to the
Buffalo
Patriots?
Bills. Oof.
I'm pretty sure right
Top
now the
five's
Chiefs get the
tough,
bye.
Fumble.
Chiefs get the bye, and Patriots are
I
playing
got it back.
It's either like I think the Patriots are playing the Dolphins, and then the Jets are playing. I mean, dude, it's pretty wild out
Oh,
there.
the Buccaneers are 5-5.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Garbage.
Bengals 5-4. Seahawks 6-4. Titans
Bengals.
6-3. Jets 6-3. Yikes! That's gonna hurt the Patriots' chance of making the playoffs.
Rob said, "What's easier to rank, the top 10 or the bottom 10?" I'm gonna go with the bottom 10.
Yeah, the bottom 10. I mean,
Easier to rank?
the bottom 5,
Yeah.
though. It's the same as the top 10.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's a good point because the bottom 5 are gonna be easier. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep.
Houston, Carolina.
Oh, Aaron Jones fumbles. I think Cobb picked it back up. Okay.
That's still if you're in fantasy football, you lose some points for that, though, right? Even if
If the team- lost,
Some of them.
Yeah, some will.
What
Some will
about
do
yours?
it.
Because I have Jones in your league.
I think it's 1 point for fumble and then an extra one if they lose it.
You're pissing me off, dude.
That's a good thing. We're
I
not
just
one of
lost
these
a
leagues
point.
that you didn't lose 2, and you're welcome for that.
Fuck you.
He giveth and he taketh right away.
Fuck you.
All right, man. I don't think I got anything else. I think we covered pretty much everything that we would want to talk about for this
That was
week.
a really fun episode. I enjoyed this one. Teddy, thanks for coming on to
Thanks for having
episode
me.
Sweet 16.
MVP.
What's
Yeah.
it? Yeah. All right.
MVP of the month of November, going into Thanksgiving. We needed it and we got it. Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Hey.
All right, everybody else. Yep, Teddy, good looks, buddy. Also, he's got a hot take. And who's the guy you got for the touchdown tonight? And you told everybody to bet their mortgage on it?
That would be Christian Watson.
Okay, guys, so if you took that bet, Christian Watson, and he doesn't get in the end zone, I'll send you Teddy's address. Just kidding.
Come meet me here.
Said, bring it to my
battlefield.
doorstep, buddy. What are you doing?
Back in the
Let's
battlefield.
go.
I'm about to rip some fucking Call of Duty, fellas.
Hey, new
Here
map.
in the war zone. Yep.
That
Is
new-
gonna
that-
be on
that new
Hard
map.
Knocks? Maybe Kyler
Um,
Murray playing a little Modern Warfare? No?
Yeah, I'm 1v1ing him in quick scopes in the next episode.
That new
All right,
map's
Robbie.
gonna probably be better than this game, buddy.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Here
We'll
he is
catch
right
you
here, ready?
next time, episode 17.